Hey, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me for this flow today. This is a bit of an experiment with my new microphone that I'm using. So you might let me know in the comments what sound quality is like. It's pretty windy today, about 30-mile-an-hour winds, so it should be a good test for this. So let's start by finding a nice, comfortable seat. And if it works for you, you might sit with the right shin in front in a cross-legged position. Take a moment, allow the spine to be nice and long, allow the breath to find a nice smooth rhythm, and just take a moment to land in your space. Nice inhale, nice exhale. And just rest the hands comfortably onto the legs. We'll begin to start to make some circles with the torso. So you might start quite small, and after a few rounds, you might feel like there's more space to make the circles larger. Just go with what feels good. And then change direction, a few circles the opposite way. And then coming back to a seated still position. From here, take an inhale, reach the arms up, clasp the hands, turn and press the palms up, draw the shoulders up towards the ears, and keep the arms raised, just soften the shoulders down. Nice breath here. And then let's undo the hands, take the left hand down to the floor, reach the right arm up and over into a side bend. Slowly rising. And then taking the right hand down to the floor, reach left arm up and over. Slowly rising. Nice inhale here. And then on your exhale, just fold forwards, quite a relaxed fold. Just place the hands to the floor in front, allow the head to dangle. Slowly rolling back up. And then change the cross of the leg. So now the left shin is in the front. Nice inhale, reaching up. Exhale, let's find a twist to the right. Simple twist, focusing on turning the belly button towards the side. Inhale, reaching up, turning through center, and then exhale around to the other side. Inhale to reach up, turning forwards, and let's repeat that fold. It might feel a little different with the opposite shin in the front. Slowly rolling back up. And then from there, just place the hands behind, roll the shoulder blades down the back, draw the heart forwards and up, opening out. Great. And then come back to center. From here, let's move around to all fours. So finding a all fours kneeling position. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Starting with some simple cat to cow. So dipping the belly, draw the heart forwards, nice inhale. And then on your exhale, round out the back, tuck the tailbone, nod the chin in towards the chest. Let's repeat, moving for a few repetitions, following your own breath. Nice. And then come back to a neutral spine. And just take a bit of a circular flow. So bring the chest further over the left wrist, forwards, and then over the right wrist. And then sit the hips as far back to the right heel, left heel. This is comfortable for you. And just take a couple of rounds, making that circular shape. Change direction. Nice, coming back to stillness. From there, nice inhale, reach the right arm up. You might follow the hand with your gaze. Exhale, threading the right arm under the left armpit. Let right shoulder touch the floor, right side ahead. Left arm could extend out in front, or you might prefer to wrap the arm around your back. Placing the left hand back down next to the face, you can push into the floor, reaching the right arm all the way back up. Lowering the right hand down, repeating. Inhale, reaching left arm up. Exhale, threading left arm under the right armpit. So let the shoulder come down. Right hand could extend forwards, or you could wrap the arm around your back. Nice breath here. Taking the right hand back to the floor next to the face, pressing down, reaching left arm all the way up. And then lower the left hand back down. Check there's plenty of space in front of you on your mat. Keep the knees in line with the hips. Start to pad the hands forwards, melting the chest and armpits towards the floor, finding Anahatasana, heart melting pose. You could rest onto your forehead. If the chest is in contact with the floor, you might be on your chin and chest. Lift the chest a little away, looking forwards. Yourself down onto your front. Once down onto your front, gather the elbows in under the shoulders, propping up onto the forearms, meeting in your Sphinx pose, lifting the chest. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. You might softly engage the glutes. If you want to bring in a neck release at this point, you could let the chin nod to the chest and just find some half circles with the neck while you're here. Nice, and then bringing the head back to center. Once the head is back to center, bringing the hands in under the shoulders, pushing back towards the child pose. So bring the big toes together, sit the hips back towards the heels, release the forehead towards the floor, soften here a moment. Lifting the gaze to look forwards, starting to lift the hips off of the heels, tuck the toes, and just sit the hips back to the heels with the toes tucked. Begin to walk the hands back to the knees. And then once the hands are back to the knees, start to lift the knees up. Keep the heels lifted and just come as high onto the balls of your feet as you can. So we're in a toe squat here. Use the hands for a bit of support. And then from there, we're going to start to work the heels towards the floor. So you might pop the hands behind for a bit of support, slowly lowering the heels down. They don't have to get all the way. That doesn't matter if they don't touch. But if the heels do come down, having the hands behind to support can help. If you can get the heels down and you don't need the hands for support, you could just rest the arms onto the knees, taking a couple of breaths here. Really nice. And then just place the hands down in front. And then from there, we're going to start to lift the hips up, come into a bit of a dangly ragdoll forward fold. So soft knees here. You might hold opposite elbows, picture framing the head, or you could just dangle the arms down towards the floor. You could have a bit of a swaying motion here if that feels good. And then just have enough knee bend so you can place the hands on the floor. And then start to walk the hands forwards until you meet in your first downward dog. So creating that upside down V shape, pressing the chest back towards the thighs, encouraging the heels down towards the floor. Nice breath here. And then from your downward dog, start to gaze forwards, rolling forwards into plank. Bring the shoulders over the wrists. Touch the knees down towards the floor. And then lower yourself all the way down. You're welcome to come back to Sphinx pose, or you might keep the hands under the shoulders this time. Roll the shoulder blades down the back, draw the heart forwards and up, taking perhaps a baby cobra. And then lowering back down. Find your toes, lift the hips, downward dog. From downward dog, let's step the right foot forwards up in between the hands, lowering the left knee down to the floor. Framing the foot, hands either side of the foot. Sink the hips, draw the heart forwards. Nice inhale here. Option to keep the hands grounded, or you could rise, coming a little higher. Nice inhale, reaching up, and then exhale, cactus the arms, opening out. Take the hands back down towards the floor, framing the foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Stepping back, downward dog. From downward dog, left foot steps forwards, lowering the right knee down, finding low lunge on the other side. You might help the foot up the mat if it doesn't make it all the way. Sink the hips, draw the heart forwards, nice breath. Either staying here or you might rise, coming a little higher, and then cactus the arms, opening out. Taking the hands down towards the floor to frame the foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and then stepping back to your downward dog. From downward dog, start to walk the hands back towards the feet. So back into a fold at the back of the mat. Bring the hands for shins, take an inhale, draw the heart forwards, finding a flat back. So imagine you're doing a cow stretch here. And then soften the knees to dangle back down towards the floor. Bring in even more knee bend, and we're going to slowly start to roll up the spine, really taking our time to make our way to stand. And then once you get there, make any adjustments, make sure you're not dizzy. And then we'll meet at the back of our mat in our mountain pose. From here, take a nice inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale with the arms raised. Inhale, weighting more into the left leg, draw the right knee up in towards the chest. And then from here, let's step the right foot forwards as light as we can. Let's ground the left heel, turn the foot to the long edge of the mat, open the arms into a T shape to the side, straightening into the right leg. Nice inhale here. Exhale, reaching into right fingertips. Take the left hand down to the lower leg, anywhere between the shin and the foot. And then the left arm might raise up. You could look up to the top hand or down to the right foot. Nice breath, nice inhale, nice exhale. From here, press into the feet, slowly rising. Bring the hands onto the hips. Turn the left foot in a little more diagonally so you can square the hips to the front of the mat. If you need to slightly step the left foot to the side, you might do that if that helps to face the hips forwards. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, folding forwards with a flat back, either bringing the hands onto the shin, or maybe you have blocks, or they can come to the floor either side of the foot if that's available to you. Nice inhale here. Exhale, folding in a little closer if the space is available. Making sure not to hyperextend into the right knee. Nice. From there, draw the heart forwards. We're going to take this into twisted triangle. So if that's not for you, you might repeat pyramid fold. If you're coming into twisted, either keeping the left hand onto the shin, big toe side of the foot. For a more intense experience, it could come to the little toe side of the foot. Bring the right hand onto the hip, start to turn the chest to the right, and then maybe keep the right hand on the hip, or if the shoulders stack well, you could reach the arm up, even looking up towards the top hand. From there, turn back down towards the floor, framing the right foot. Have enough knee bend so you can place both hands onto the mat, and then step back to your downward dog. From downward dog, rolling forwards into plank, shoulders over the wrists. You can touch the knees down, or you could keep them lifted. Bend the elbows backwards, lowering down towards the floor. Hands under the shoulders, softly engage the glutes. Roll the shoulder blades down the back, peeling up, maybe baby cobra. If you feel ready to push a little higher into high cobra, feel free to. And then slowly lowering back down, tucking the toes, and then push back to downward dog. Nice breath there. From downward dog, beginning to walk the hands back towards the feet, coming into that ragdoll fold again. Draw the hands onto the shins, flatten the back, lift the chest. And then dangling back down towards the floor, even more knee bend, slowly rolling your way up to stand, taking your time. Let's reach the arms all the way up. Nice inhale. Exhale with the arms still raised. From here, nice inhale, lifting up the left knee. And then from there, stepping the left foot forwards, nice and light. Ground the right heel, turn the foot towards the side of the mat. Turning the chest to the right this time, open the arms into a T shape. Two straight legs, drawing up from the kneecaps, nice inhale. Exhale, reaching into left fingertips, take the left hand down, right arm raised, Trikonasana on this side. Nice breath, nice inhale, nice exhale. From here, press into the feet, slowly rising, coming back up. Bring the hands onto the hips, turn the right foot in a little more diagonally, square the hips forward so you can face the front of the mat. Again, maybe stepping the right foot to the side if that's needed. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, folding forwards, pyramid. Hands to shin, blocks, or onto the floor, either side. Inhale, raise the leg. And then exhale, folding in. Nice breath here. Remembering not to force anything. Keep some softness in the left knee if that is more comfortable for your hamstrings. Lifting the chest away from the thigh if you folded in deep, coming into revolved triangle. So if the right hand's on the shin, leave it there. Maybe it stays big toe side of the foot, or maybe taking it to the little toe side. Start to bring left hand on, turning the chest to the left, stacking the shoulders. Either keep the left hand on the hip, or you can raise the arm up. From here, turning back down towards the floor, have enough knee bend so both hands can be placed onto the mat, stepping back to downward dog. From downward dog, rolling forwards into plank. Option to touch the knees or keep them lifted. Bend the elbows back, coming all the way down to the floor. Roll the shoulders back, peeling up into cobra, or you could stay in sphinx, lowering down, tucking the toes, and then push back to downward facing dog. I think I'm going to have to secure my class notes under my mat before they completely blow away. It's pretty windy. So from our downward dog, start to walk the hands back towards the feet, coming into that again, ragdoll fold, nice and soft, nice breath here. Bring the hands onto the shins, inhale, flatten the back, draw the heart forwards. Exhale, dangling back down, bringing in some more knee bends, slowly rolling up the spine, making your way to stand, reaching the arms up, nice inhale, exhale here. Lower the hands down, and then from here, take a little more weight into the left leg. Find your balance, and when you feel ready, start to draw the right knee in towards the chest. Take a moment. If you feel ready, start to open the knee out to the side, coming into our tree pose. So maybe right sole of foot rests against the inner part of the left thigh, or you could go a little lower down the leg if that works for you. Once the leg is in position, either bring the hands to maybe a low prayer at the chest, or they could go into a high prayer above the head, or even separate out like branches. Creates a bit of a bigger surface area. It could help with balance. Nice from here. Bring the hands back down to heart center. Turn the right knee forwards. Big step with the right foot, nice and light. So a little bit of a longer stance this time, so soft, so adjust if you need to. Grounding the left heel, facing towards the front of the mat. Nice deep bend into the left knee, right knee rather, sorry. So bending into right knee in warrior one. Hands could stay at heart center. You could reach the arms up shoulder wide, gazing forwards, or you could touch the palms and look up to the thumbs. Take a breath here. Nice from here. Slowly take the hands down towards the floor, framing the foot. Come onto the ball of the left foot. Firmly place the left hand down, reach right arm up into a twist. Turning back down towards the floor. From there, taking a step back, downward dog. From downward dog, rolling forwards into a plank, shoulders over the wrists. You could come all the way down or maybe halfway in chaturanga, hovering. Lift the chest, inhale, maybe upward dog on top palms and tops of feet, or you might be in your sphinx or your cobra. Lift the hips, coming back, downward facing dog. Okay. From here, start to walk the hands back towards the feet, coming into your ragdoll fold, nice and dangling. Bring the hands to shins, inhale, flatten the back. Exhale to fold. Little bit more knee bend, slowly start to roll up, take your time. And then reaching the arms all the way up. Nice inhale. Exhale. Let's lower the arms down. Finding the weight more into the right leg. Start to find your balance. When ready, start to pick the left knee up, drawing it into the chest. Don't rush. If you're not ready to move on, stay here. Or if you're ready, the left knee could open out to the side. Sole of the foot comes to the inside of the right leg. Vrikshasana, tree pose, either taking your low prayer, your high prayer, or arms could be separated. From here, lower the arms if they were raised, turning the left knee forwards, stepping the left foot through to the front of the mat, grounding the right heel. So we're in our warrior one, nice deep bend into the knee, squaring the hips forwards. Either keep that low prayer or the arms could raise up. Maybe separated, shoulder wide, maybe looking up to the thumbs with the palms together. Nice. From here, let's take the hands down to frame the left foot. Come onto the ball of the right foot. Firmly plant the right hand down, reach left arm up for a twist. Take the left hand back down towards the floor, stepping back, downward dog. From downward dog, rolling forwards into plank, shoulders over the wrists, either lowering all the way or halfway down. Back bend of choice, draw the heart forwards and up. Exhale, lift the hips, downward dog. Nice inhale, nice exhale. From here, let's walk the hands again back towards the feet. Bring the hands to the shins, inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, folding. Rolling up, taking your time, coming up to stand, reaching the arms up. Bring the weight into the left leg, lifting up the right. Big step forwards with the right foot. This time we're going to turn our left foot to point to the long edge of the mat. Open the arms wide, coming into warrior two. Nice deep bend into the right knee. Gazing towards fingertips of right hand or just beyond. Nice breath here. From here, option to come into extended side angle. Either right forearm comes to the thigh, left arm over by the ear. Or if you want to go further into the posture, right hand could come down next to the foot. Turning down towards the floor, bringing the hands inside of the right foot, walking them around to the long edge of the mat, turning the feet square to face the long edge of the mat. Take an inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, folding down, wide leg fold. Walk the hands back in between the legs and gaze either behind you, or if you're not quite so deep in the fold, you might gaze to the space between the feet, either keeping the hands maybe on the shins, or just not walking back quite so far. Draw the heart forwards, finding a flatter back, and then start to walk the hands back around towards the front of the mat. From here, stepping back, downward dog. Rolling forwards into plank, shoulders over wrists. Choosing your descent all the way or halfway down. Inhale, lift the chest, opening out. Exhale, lift the hips. From there, start to walk the hands back towards the feet. Last time we do this little part of the sequence. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale to fold. Bringing in some more knee bend. Slowly rolling up the stand, taking your time. Reaching the arms all the way up. Finding your balance onto the right foot, lifting the left knee high. Big step forwards. Turn the right foot towards the long edge of the mat. Turn the chest to the right, opening out into your warrior two, gazing towards fingertips of left hand or just beyond. From here, coming into extended side angle, maybe left forearm to the thigh, right arm over by the ear, or maybe left hand comes to the floor. Depends on what works best for you. Start to turn down towards the floor. Bring the hands inside of the left foot, walking them around to the long edge of the mat, squaring the feet so they're not turned in or turned out. Take an inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, folding down. Walking the hands back. Nice breath here. Nice. Walk the hands forwards, flatten the back, draw the heart forwards. Begin to walk the hands around to the front of the mat, framing the left foot. And then from there, taking a step back, downward dog. Chance to move for a vinyasa one more time. So you could wait in downward dog, or you could come forwards into plank, choosing your descent. Nice back bend, draw the heart forwards and up. And then exhale, lift the hips, downward dog. We're going to come to seated from here. So soften the knees, looking forwards. You could step or hop the feet through. And then from there, just simply extend the legs out in front. So coming into a capital L shape. If you have any props at home, maybe a block, sitting on a block can really help with creating a nice long spine. Draw the shoulder blades down the back, nice lift of the chest, pointing the toes upwards. You might have the legs together. If it pinches the hips, just have a slight gap between the feet. Take an inhale, reaching up here. Soften the knees as much as you need to. So there's nothing wrong with a bit of knee bend in this one. Start to reach forwards beyond the front of the mat. So towards maybe the wall in front of you. And then once you've met your edge, lower the hands down. Take a nice inhale. And then exhale, folding in. Nice breath here. Nice inhale, nice exhale. Either gazing towards big toes, into the shins, or to eyebrow center. Inhale, finding a flutter back. Exhale. From here, very slowly rising. And then we're going to take a bend into the right knee, drawing the right knee in. Stepping the right foot over the left. Now, ground the right foot onto the floor. Left leg can stay straight if that works better for you. If you want to come into full half Lord of the Fishes, you might tuck the left heel around by the hip. Make sure you can be nice and square in the hips though. Nice lift of the chest, nice inhale. And then as you exhale, turning to the right hand might lightly support you on the floor behind. Left arm could either hug around that knee, or you could take the upper arm over. You might turn to look behind, or maybe just taking more of a sideways gaze. From here, start to turn back to face forwards, and then seeing if the right foot can get any closer around to the left hip. So sweep the foot back, coming into full or half cow face pose, our Gomukhasana. Maybe staying nice and upright, dealing with what the sensations are going on, or you might take a bit of a fold towards the knees. Folding doesn't work for everyone in this, but if it feels good for you, feel free to take it. If you're folded, slowly rising. Place the hands behind so you can unwrap the legs. Place the feet onto the floor about mat wide and just have a bit of a windscreen wiper motion with the knees from one side to the other, just releasing any tension. And then meeting back with two straight legs. From here, bending in towards the left leg, taking the left leg over the right. Option to bring the right heel around by the hip. Start to turn to the left. Right hand either hugging the left knee or you might be taking the upper arm over. Maybe gazing behind or more sideways. Focusing on turning the belly button towards the side. Slowly turning back to face forwards, finding our cow face pose, so bringing the left heel a little closer around to the right hip. Nice lift of the chest here, maybe staying upright, or you might take a fold forwards. Just come to a depth that works for you. Take a breath here. Slowly walking the hands back in. Again, placing the hands behind so you can unwrap the legs, place the feet onto the floor about mat wide again, and just have that bit of a windscreen wiper motion. And then from here, we're going to make our way down onto our back. So make sure you've got some room behind you on the mat. Lower yourself down. And then once we're down onto our back, we're going to meet with the feet planted onto the floor about hip width distance. Rest the hands down by the sides, palms are turned down. Feet are close into the sit bones, but not touching. Find a bit of a tuck of the tailbone here. Start to create a pelvic curl, pressing the feet into the floor, slowly lifting the hips up, lifting lower back, middle back, coming on towards the shoulder blades, half bridge. You're welcome to roll the shoulders in a bit closer and bind the hands under the lower back. Taking a few breaths right here. Undo the hands if you've got the bind. Slowly roll the spine back down towards the floor. Once the back is grounded, open the arms either into a T or into a cactus shape. Pick the hips up, shift them over to the right and lower them down. Simple twist. Knees can drop over to the left. If you want a more intense twist, you could wrap the right thigh over the top of the left and drop the knees over with the thighs wrapped. Keep both shoulder blades grounded into the floor, gazing maybe upwards, or the gaze could drift over the right shoulder. Slowly start to lift the knees back up. Undo if you had the wrap. Shift the hips back to center, and then shifting the hips to the left with the option of the left thigh wrapping over the right, dropping the knees over to the right, landing in your twist. Lifting the knees back up, undo the legs, shift the hips back to center, draw the knees into the chest, give yourself a bit of a nice hug, maybe a bit of a rock of the back into the floor. And then from here, we'll find our Shavasana. So releasing out into our relaxation, taking a moment to grab anything you need for that. If you want longer in Shavasana, you might pause the video now just to avoid an unpleasant advert disturbing you. Staying here for a few moments, I will bring you back at the end, just taking your time to settle. Taking a few deeper breaths. Begin to invite some movement back in. You might gather the knees back into the chest or stretch out long if that's preferred. Maybe taking a roll to one side, just arriving on your side for just a moment, reacclimatizing. And then when ready, slowly coming up into a seated position to close the practice. Take a moment to sit comfortably. Either rest the hands into the lap or draw them to heart center. Just a moment of gratitude. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.